Hi, this is Holland completing my final video evaluation for EDAD 890, Expert Coaching and Athletic Administration. This video is a compilation of what I've been up to this semester working for Husker Athletics while reflecting on my experiences in EDAD 890. I'll begin talking about my academic growth and my plans for disseminating class content. Right now, I don't plan to complete a research project or implement my projects in any capacity, but this class has sparked some curiosity for me. A topic of research that I could be curious about pursuing in the future would be how do nutrition habits impact the development of an athlete into becoming an expert in their sport. Through this class, we learned that there are 3 levels of development for young athletes: sampling years, specializing years, and investment years. It is proposed that the amount of practice and dedication at these levels impacts how quickly the individual can be a high achiever in their sport. So I'm curious what nutrition can do to impact this development process. I would be interested in researching the nutrition habits of expert athletes and at what point in their development did they start using nutrition as an aid for achieving high levels of performance. I think this could be beneficial to show young athletes how nutrition habits can help give them an edge over their competitors. I do plan to share the information that I found in this class with my coworkers. We talk a lot about developing athletes and how can the services we provide aid in athlete development. By using some of the principles and domains that I learned through this class on expertise development, I can help my department create a more detailed plan for developing our athletes through nutrition. In terms of my professional growth and development, a professional business that I could create from what I learned in this class could be a nutrition consulting services that focuses on the high school age or the specializing to investment years. Recent conversations at work have led me to believe that there is a major hole in the market for information on fueling high school aged athletes. In my performance nutrition organization alone, we get requests from 5 or more high schools a year to have a dietitian come talk to their young athletes' parents and high school coaches about proper fueling for sport. High schools don't have their own dietitians, and often nutrition advice comes from the high school coach. High schools need access to low-cost educational materials and talks on the importance of fueling as an athlete. This potential business could tie into the content that we learned in our class, as it would help develop expert athletes and create more informed coaches and parents. We learned that at the youngest age, an athlete is coached by their parents, and then gradually the role of the parent transitions to the supporter. We also learned that there is no formal education or requirements for becoming a coach. It's important that young athletes are trained correctly in proper nutrition in order for them to excel in their sport. So that starts by hearing it from their coach or parent. That being said, coaches and parents need to have access to the right information in order to best assist their child on the path to becoming an expert athlete. The most meaningful takeaways that will impact my career, this class has been really important for my own professional development. The class itself is made up of several individuals who either work for the Husker Athletic Department or are athletes. I had general knowledge of who everyone was before this class, but through the class, I've been able to talk to and work with these people in a capacity that I hadn't been able to before. This class encouraged group work and class communication, which really helped me build bonds and relationships with athletic staff and athletes. This class also helped me become more confident and build my professional knowledge on athletic performance. I feel more comfortable and secure when I'm striking up conversations with coaches or athletes about their season or what's going on in their sport. This semester, I've talked to 5 or more of our coaches about their season, something that I really never had the confidence to do before this year. I also just know so much more about the student-athlete experience now, which allows me to understand the individuals that I serve every day a little bit better. This class has given me a more global perspective on the student-athlete experience from what I've heard from Dr. Da Matta, as well as working with Jazz Shelley. I always knew that the U.S. was different from other countries in terms of sport, but I never realized how difficult it might be for an international athlete to make the transition into collegiate athletics. Overall, I feel like a more well-rounded professional in the field after taking this class. How dedicated have I been to the readings and my own reflection on my classwork? This class is the first graduate level class I have ever taken. I wanted to take it to introduce myself to the time commitment and effort that a grad level class takes in order to determine whether I should pursue a master's level degree. I also took this class to learn more about the field that I work in and have a better knowledge of athletic performance. Through this class, I've been able to learn to balance working 40 to 60 hours per week, as well as completing schoolwork. I found that at the beginning of the class, I was very dedicated and spent as much time as possible completing the readings, doing the assignments, and attending class. As the semester progressed, my working world got very busy with the football season. During that point in the semester, I would say the amount of time I could devote to this class suffered a little. I found that I needed to turn in a few assignments late to do the quality work, opposed to turning them in on time and my quality suffering. Dr. Da Matta was able to give me extensions on a few of those assignments. I'm still trying to figure out how to prioritize my work while still putting in maximum effort towards schoolwork. I found that when we were having in-person classes, I was able to use that time block to really focus on school. Once we stopped having in-person classes, I kind of let my work schedule take over, and I struggled to find time during my week to devote to schoolwork. Working in athletics, it can be hard to commit to attending an in-person class at a specific time, but sometimes it can be even harder to commit to finding your own time to watch lectures or read the book. So it was a really great learning experience for me to try to balance work life and school, and I'll continue to learn that balance and put maximum effort forth at both. Overall, I believe that I should receive an A for the work that I did in this class. I never submitted an assignment that was of poor quality. I tried my best to turn in assignments on time, but if I didn't turn them in on time, I made sure they were of the highest quality to make up for being late. I always tried to participate and be of assistance when we had class. I found that at the beginning of the class, I was kind of the leader of my classmates, and I took the initiatives to ask questions and direct our group work. I completed the assignments to the best of my ability without having been a collegiate athlete or a coach. For these reasons, I believe I deserve an A. Thanks for listening to my video. I did have a really great time learning new things in this class, and I truly feel more competent and confident in my field of athletics now.